Today we are going to deal with the classification of the Nereis, that is Polychaeta, Oligochaeta and Hirudinea. And first one is Polychaeta. Okay, and this is Polychaeta. The features are they show paired, well-developed and paired appendages called parapodia. Okay, and their freshwater form, mostly they are marine, marine, and some are freshwater form, some are terrestrial form, and they exhibit so many CTs in their body, especially on their parapodium. Okay, and they possess well developed sense organs. Okay, and first one is Nereis. This is Nereis. It is commonly called sandworms or ragworms. The features are similar. Okay, they show metamerism. They have prostomium, peristomium, pygidium, etc. Then about the parapodium. Parapodiums are well developed paired appendages. Okay, and it is biramous, consists of a dorsal lobe and ventral lobe, and this dorsal lobe is called notopodium and the ventral lobe is called neuropodium. Both of these lobes exhibit setae, okay, bundle of setae, and the prominent one, this is called esiculum. Okay, prominent setae, dark colored setae is called esiculum. Okay, and a dorsal lobe and ventral lobe, and this dorsal lobe, dorsal to notochaeta is called dorsal serous, and ventral lobe ventral to neuroseta is called ventral serous. Okay, and then about the digestive system, it is begins from mouth is present in peristomium. Okay, then it lead to the buccal cavity, then pharynx, and the buccal cavity and pharynx form proboscis. Okay, so buccal cavity and pharynx together form pharynx, and in the pharynx there are two jaws are present. So digestive system include mouth, buccal cavity, pharynx, esophagus, stomach, intestine open into anus. Okay, this is about their digestive system, and their blood vascular system is closed type. They exhibit segmentation, etc. Then their excretion is through nephridia. This is about their sexual maturity. Heteroneres. Actually, the Nereis is gonochores. That means the gonads are indistinguishable. Okay, and the germ cells are mature in their coelomic fluid. So during their sexual maturity or their breeding season, germ cells are migrate into their coelomic fluid from their gonads, and the sexual maturity occur in this coelomic fluid. And after the maturity attaining, after attaining their maturity, and this germ cells will release into the exterior through their nephridia, that is their excretory organ, or by rupturing their body wall. Okay, so what about heteroneres? Heteroneres is actually there are two forms, right? Sexual form and asexual form. The asexual form, that means reproductively immature region, is called ectoc. Okay, and during the breeding season, this reproductively immature form will transform into mature form. This is called sexual region, epitoc. Epitoc. During the breeding season, sex cells are released from their gonads into coelomic fluid, and the sex cells mature in the coelomic fluid. Okay, so during this time, the Nereis consist of anterior sexually immature form called ectoc, and posterior sexually mature form called epitoc, and this is called heteroneres. This is Heteroneres. And this process or this phenomenon of transformation is called epitoky. This phenomenon of transformation of etoc into epitoc is called epitoky. Etoc means sexually immature form. Epitoc means sexually mature form. Okay, so that means the reproductively immature form is converting or transforming into reproductively mature form. And this non-reproductive form is actually എന്താണ് benthic form. That means bottom dwelling form. They are live in the bottom of sea. And when it is reproductively attain, when it attain reproductively during their maturation, this need is migrate into the pelagic region. Okay, reproductive individual migrate into the pelagic region. And some other modification there: eyes, parapodia, and kete. And so they are actually maturing. After maturation, this developed germ cells or the gametes are released into the exterior through nephridia or by rupturing body wall. And usually there are so many, a synchronous movement is there. There are so many nereis are there in the pelagic region. That means in the surface region, so many nereis will be there, and they release their sperms and eggs into the surface of ocean or the water body, and the sperm and egg fused in the water column itself. That is external fertilization. And it is indirect development. That means it is exhibited അല്ലെങ്കിൽ it is indirect development. That means involvement of larva, and the larval form is called trochophore larva. This is about Nereis. So Nereis is a polyketal worm. It consists of parapodium. Parapodium is well developed locomotory organ. This is about parapodium. And digestive system involve mouth, buccal cavity, pharynx, esophagus, stomach, and intestine. Heteroneres, that means the sexually maturing form of Nereis, and this is trochophore larva. Okay, thank you.